Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to share a shop upgrade for your oil caddy. For those of you that work at a dealership or independent garage and you're accustomed to using an oil caddy when doing oil changes, there's a few things that I've done to mine. Actually two upgrades that I purchased, two items that made it absolutely wonderful to use. Now when I bought my oil caddy, it's just a standard Lincoln one. It's basically a pneumatic tank that stores the oil, and you can evacuate it by hooking up pressurized hose to it, and it gets rid of the old waste oil into your disposal tanks. Now my oil caddy, when I bought it, it initially just came like this. Now I'm removing this top portion. You basically are looking at the oil caddy, which is this piece and further so on. Now just so you guys get a good idea what an oil caddy is, I'm gonna step back here and show you guys the whole caddy. You guys can see now, and originally you get this whole piece all the way up to this red portion. But one flaw that I always hated on these, and I'm gonna get you guys zoomed in here because I wanna focus on what we're gonna be talking about, is when I bought it, this is pretty much what I got, and the area they give you to change your oil is gonna be right here. Now this is a very small, maybe 12-inch area. It's very hard to aim it when it comes to draining the oil. And sometimes if your filter is here and your oil drain is here, you're gonna have to do it one at a time. And you can't put this underneath both of those items to drain them at the same time. At my shop here, typically I will drain the oil pan, remove the drain bolt, and then I'll go for the filter and just have both draining into my caddy at the same time. And you're not able to do that with the way this came from Lincoln. So what they make are these little accessories that make life wonderful for oil changes, especially if you do this for a living and you do quite a few of them. I know here at my shop, I do quite a few oil changes throughout the week. So the first upgrade that I did was this first piece that you see, and this is a oil caddy extender. It's basically a square piece. It's almost kind of like a drip tray. And on the bottom, it has this little cone with specific cutout holes, and it gives you a much wider surface area for you to do your oil changes. Now, hypothetically speaking, let's say there's a car in the air above me, the oil drain is right here, the filter is located right here. I can just manipulate this and set it up, drain my oil, it's going, I can unscrew my filter, and I'm catching the oil on both because I have more surface area. I'm going, I believe, from a 12-inch circular surface area to a 24 or 28-inch surface area with this attachment. And it's absolutely wonderful because now I'm not wasting as much time waiting for my oil to drain out of my pan to plug it up and then move on to the filter and get that drained out and then install a new filter. I can just have both draining at the same time. Makes your oil changes a lot faster, more effective, and you get the customers in and out better. Plus, I mean, it's nice just having more surface area. Another good feature for this is it can catch the oil filter if it slips because it's so big, and also the drain plug. If you don't want to get oil out of your gloves and you do the spin off method, this will catch your drain plug and everything because no matter where it can go, it pretty much has it covered with surface area. So that's the first upgrade that you should do to your oil caddy that I've done to mine. Now another thing that I'm going to share with you guys, and you may not see it, but it's actually on top of what we just talked about. So these right here, if you look at them, and they're kind of see-through. I don't know if you guys will be able to see my hand reflection. They're kind of cutting through it. Now this is basically like a sponge, and I believe Lyle makes both of these products that I'm showing you today, and I'll probably link them down below in case you guys are interested in them. But what this spongy material is, for those of you that know that I've been doing this for a while, is that if you drain oil and it's going into an oil caddy like this, if there's anything in the oil caddy that oil can hit and it can bounce back on, it will. So when you install these little foam sponges, what they do is when the oil drains and it goes in, even if you get a splashback, it doesn't allow it to splash back at you. Therefore, you're not making a mess and you're not getting oil all over yourself. Now, I've worked in numerous dealerships and repair shops throughout the years that they didn't have these, and you would drain oil and sometimes it would get the corner of the oil caddy and it would just wind up splashing right back on you. And it was really annoying because you'd have to stop, change your clothes, go back to work, or just continue working, smelling like oil all day, and absolutely hated it. But getting these pads They match up exactly with the tray, and you could drain the oil, and it's about a good inch thick or so. And if the oil ever does splash back, it'll splash after it hits the caddy underneath the little plastic layer, but it has nowhere to go because the foam will keep it from coming back at you. Another good thing about using these is that if you are doing things like draining engines or items that may have metal shavings in there, it'll help contain the shavings so you can see. I can't even tell you how many times I've drained differentials, and they have a little bit of aluminum or metal in them, and the oil comes out and it stains here, and it tells me, hey, metal is there, because you can clearly see the metal particles. So it helps catch things like that. And if you do wind up getting some metal particles in it, you can easily clean this with brake cleaner. Every now and then, what I do is I'll take it, flip it over, spray some brake cleaner, and it's good to go. Now, I've had this oil pad on here for about, I want to say maybe 6 or 7 years now. I haven't really burnt through it or anything. And in my scenario, I have installed 2 of them. The main reason why I have 2 of them, because at one point in time I had 2 oil caddies like this. I had my older one, and then I bought this one. The older one broke, and I decided to get a new pad for it. And what I figured out, that it's nice to have 2 of them on here. They fit very nicely, and it just adds to a little bit more protection. In case one breaks, I have a secondary as a backup, although it's not required. All you really need is one. But since I already had it, I figured why not. So I do have 2 of them on my tray that we installed. So that's just some of the upgrades that I wanted to show you that I have on my oil caddy setup. If you work at a dealer or repair shop and you do oil changes, you may want to look into these. Even if your company or boss doesn't want to buy it, they're actually fairly inexpensive. You can buy your own and use it. And you can always take it anywhere you go if you wind up jumping ship and going to another facility to work at. So just wanted to share this with you guys. Hopefully these improvements will help you guys out. And like always, please comment, like, and subscribe, because it definitely helps the channel grow. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.